with some of the things that I've realized and I have presented to you here, I hope that you can. I hope that it will help you for one, and for two, I hope that it will make it easier for you to do this. There is a few things though that I would like to discuss and go over in this video. The first being, where do you go from here? What do you do? That's something I have struggled with, right? So, what I mean is, where do you go? What do you do? There is, at first, for a while actually, you will feel lost. I've said this before, but then you will not know how to. You'll understand things. You'll realize things. You'll figure things out. You'll get your vision better, and but then you still don't know what to do, where to go, how do you proceed. That is one issue that I have struggled with. And what I mean by that is you realize it's not real. And what I mean by when I say not real, I mean it is as real as you want it to be, but it is not as real as you perceived it to be. So it's basically a dream. You're lucid in a dream. So how do you deal with that? How do you handle that? Because the emotions are all over the place. You are happy one moment, blissful, great experiences. And what I've noticed is normally when you boast about how perfect and wonderful and great and beautiful it is, then something comes along and smacks you in the face. So I've been cautious about that. It can make you feel lonely, extremely lonely. It can bring love. It can bring, it's the spectrum is all over the place with this, really. The two biggest emotions, or three really, that I've felt from this is love, loneliness, and I would have to say just the feeling of anxiety. Those are pretty prominent at times. And when I say lonely, it's, you may look at this and say, well, how are you lonely? There's other people here, but what you may not understand is that those other people are you. You are projecting these people. You are, the same thing is in you as in these people. So it is not like there's not truly other people, because you're the only thing in existence. So where do you go from there? Again, what do you do? It's a dream. This is a dream. The same thing that creates your dreams at night, the same things that gives you visions when you take psychedelics, the same thing that melts the earth or your vision or whatever is the same thing that's structuring reality as you know it, which is your mind. So where do you go from there? It will benefit you, though, to understand the difference in structure and content. So, the structure is consciousness. This is constructed in a pretty solid way. It does have rules that apply to it. And when I say that, the rules that I'm talking about, and it is structured in a deliberate way as well. A very intelligent, deliberate way. But when I say that there's rules to it, and I feel like these rules cannot be bent, I'm not talking about some things that probably pop in your head, which is, well, gravity, that's a rule that can't be broken. I believe that can be broken. There, certain rules of this nature, like the rule of, just these rules that you believe are set in stone, I believe can be manipulated. However, there are rules that you have set up that cannot be manipulated. And that comes from, I feel like, becoming a better person, doing the right thing, having good intent, and doing certain work that evolves you and heals you and helps in turn heal others, because you are others. So I believe that is a rule that I have noticed that is consistent. Some of these other rules can be, that you think are solid and concrete, can be manipulated. I have seen it. I have done it. I would not make grand claims unless I have experienced it firsthand. So Also, that is the structure. Everything else in it's the content. Blake Ratliff's the content. XYZ person's the content. Donald Trump's the content. Politics is the content. Black Lives Matter. All Lives Matter. That's the content. Movies, culture, society. That's all content. So I guess learn a distinction from that, because I don't think you can change the structure, but you can change the content. That's what we need to focus on, is changing the content. The structure is sound. The structure is sound. The content, though, is a little outdated. The system, which is also the content, is outdated and it needs an update tremendously badly. So that's something we have to focus on doing and accomplishing, because it is so easy to change the content that it mind fucks me that we have not yet changed the content. It's slowly changing, though. If you've been paying attention, it's slowly changing. There's a bigger plan at play than what meets the eye, that is coming, that is unfolding and coming to fruition. And just remember, timing is perfect when it needs to be. Divine timing, godlike timing, whatever you want to call it, it is there, and it is perfect, and it has been planned out to every detail. So you need to trust that and just expect miracles, believe in magic, or don't. It doesn't matter. So it would benefit you to realize the difference in the structure and the content, because again, this can't be changed in this dream or this reality. It cannot be changed. It's perfect. But the content can be changed. So also, how do you fine-tune your vision, and how do you fine-tune yourself? Because this is a hit and miss game that you will miss and you will hit and you will not. This is something that I've realized. Something good will happen, you will take it for granted and you'll brush it off. Something shitty will happen, you'll be miserable, but then you'll be very willing to do the same shit again, right? It's like you almost forget that this is causing you suffering, so you do it again until you finally learn your lesson. And until you do that, it seems like Groundhog Day. It seems like you're living the same day over and over and over, with suffering and misery along the way. And that is not to hurt you, that is to push you to wake the fuck up and quit doing it. This is something you have to pay attention to. You think that things are negative towards you, you think things are bad, you think you'll play the victim to everything, not realizing that this is helping you. It's helping you. The misery, the agony, the suffering, a lot of it's not needed, but the core of it is needed to push you to do the right thing and wake up. So I guess I would just try to take a different perspective on this. And even though I'm telling you this and you may understand it, good luck remembering it fully and understanding it when it comes down to going through it. That's why I was making those videos. This just occurred to me, because you will forget. It's like that part of you it has to fuck up and learn the hard way, or it has to just sit in misery and suffering, or it has to, or it wants to play mind games with itself. So that's why I was making that series. This just occurred to me. So please follow this advice. I hope this helps you learn to do this. If you need help, reach out to me. I will help you in any way I possibly can. But it's just a game of form and the play of life for eternity. I am you talking to you. I literally am you talking to you. And so is everyone else that you will ever interact with or encounter in this reality. So wake up and realize this. Life is a dream, my friend.